I'm planning on moving at the end of next month, and I've been trying to decide what I'm going to take. I know I need to take my computer and this microphone. That's for sure. But I'm only allowed to bring 2 suitcases on the plane. So I really need to make a decision soon.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 787. Is it bring or take? Bring and take. Both of these words can be used in English to talk about moving something or someone from place to place. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, believe it or not, these 2 words tend to cause headaches for a lot of English learners. For today's podcast English lesson, let's have a look at how we use bring and take in everyday English. Let's look at bring first. Keep in mind that bring is an irregular verb, and the 3 parts are bring, brought, and brought. Now, in some conversations, movies, or TV shows, you may hear someone say brang or brung, like, I brang my guitar to the party last night, or Jane brung some donuts to the meeting. Well, brang and brung are non-standard forms of brought and are considered like colloquial or a local dialect. Like a lot of slang that I talk about here on the podcast, brang and brung are good to know, but I can't recommend using them. Some native speakers feel that such language sounds, well, uneducated. So, just remember, it's bring, brought, and brought. My dictionary says that bring means to go with something or someone to a place. Let me say that again. Bring means to go with something or someone to a place. When you go to the airport, you bring your passport or your ID. You probably bring a suitcase or a bag too. So basically, you can bring something to a place. And as such, the nuance with bring is on the final location. We bring something somewhere. And quite often with bring, we don't mention where the thing came from. Like, I brought a bottle of wine to the party. I didn't mention where I got the wine. I just said that I brought it to the party. These days, if you want to rent a car, you need to bring 2 forms of ID to the car rental place. Again, bring your ID to the rental place. I never mentioned the original location. So what about take? Okay, first of all, like bring, take is also an irregular verb, and the 3 parts are take, took, and taken. I'm not familiar with any colloquial or slang words used to mean take. And when it comes to using take, the nuance is the original location and not the destination. You can take something from a place, like what happened to me today. When I left the office, I forgot to take my keys. Yikes! It's going to be a hassle to open up tomorrow morning. The point of reference here is the office. That's where the keys are because I forgot to take them. And I just watched the weather forecast for tomorrow. They said it's going to rain tomorrow, so for sure I'm going to take my umbrella. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can't I also say I'm going to bring my umbrella? Of course you can. But remember, it depends on the context. As I often say, context is king. I'm at home now, and it looks like it's gonna rain. I'm gonna take my umbrella. I never mentioned where I'm going. I just said I'm gonna take my umbrella. Let's look at the situation from a different context. The forecast said it's gonna rain this evening. I think I'll bring my umbrella with me to the office. This way, I don't get wet when I walk from there to the subway on the way home. I'll bring my umbrella to the office. Since I mentioned the destination, I used bring. That's the context. So, to sum up, you can use take when you refer to the original location of something, and you can use bring when you mention the destination. And by the way, this idea of bring and take works the same with people. Jack always takes his wife when he goes on a business trip. It seems that she likes shopping, and she always brings a lot of stuff home with her. And here's one last idea for today. You can also use bring when you want or need something. You can either say, bring me something or bring something to me. Like, can you bring me a drink when you go to the kitchen? Oh, and we're having a party on Friday. Can you bring me that book I lent you? In situations like this, you can't use take. Keep in mind, the best way to remember vocabulary like this and any other word or phrase in English is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. Did you know you can get more practice using your English when you join my Podcast Learners Study Group? There, you can make new friends. Join us for live group lessons every week where we practice these podcast lessons together. Plus, you get access to the PDF transcript and audio download for every Happy English podcast in the past and in the future. And on top of that, each episode has exercises where you can practice this English point with speaking and writing checked by me. To learn more, just visit myhappyenglish.com and choose podcast lesson 785. Remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible, and I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.